Welcome, seekers of the hidden truth. The book of Genesis claims Adam lived 930 years, then simply died. He passed away with no final words at all. No lessons from the man who walked with God. Does that make any sense? It makes absolutely no sense to us. Ancient Jewish legends preserved a dark text, the Apocalypse. This forbidden apocalypse of Adam shows that in his final days, he called his son Seth to his deathbed. He passed down a truly terrifying secret about our world. What did the first man know before his bitter end? The year is 930 after creation. Inside the dark cave of treasures, a grim shadow falls. The first man is losing his long battle with time. His skin is deeply wrinkled and scarred by a cruel life. Adam feels something no human had ever felt before. He is suffering the brutal rot of a dying body. The ancient texts record that he gathered his final strength. He desperately called for his third beloved son. Seth kneels on the cold stone floor, heavily burdened. He watches his mighty father fade into complete weakness. Adam stares into the deep void of the ancient cave. He realizes his sacred bloodline is about to fracture. A luminous genetic heritage is breaking apart. The divine spark within humanity is bleeding into the dark. With a trembling voice, Adam begins to softly speak. He reveals a devastating truth hidden from all his children. According to ancient scribes, Adam knew his time was short. He needed Seth to carry a massive cosmic burden. The old man grips his heavy wooden staff very tightly. His cloudy eyes flash with an eerie and terrifying vision. He speaks of the exact moment they were cast out. The memory of Eden burns like a wound in his fragile heart. You must understand the true magnitude of his fall. He was not born into this world of dirt and endless thorns. In the very beginning, Adam and Eve possessed a glorious form. They were wrapped entirely in magnificent light. These were known as the sacred garments of light, an ethereal armor that kept them immortal and perfectly flawless. But the moment they sinned, that radiant glory instantly vanished. They were left completely naked and deeply ashamed. Adam weeps as he tells Seth about the bitter transition. He was forced to wear the rough skins of dead animals. This marked the tragic beginning of human suffering. The flesh became a prison of sickness and inevitable death. Historical scholars note this as the first sickness, a biological shock that shattered the perfect human anatomy. However, Adam reveals another shocking detail. Just before the gates of Eden closed, a spiritual being arrived. It was not the Creator, but the Archangel Michael, a towering giant, clad in blinding and intimidating armor. Michael leaned down from the heavens with a flaming sword. He whispered a divine cosmic secret directly to Adam. This hidden knowledge was deliberately kept from Eve. It contained the ultimate blueprint of universal order. Adam explains that Michael uploaded visions into his mind. He saw the terrifying timeline of the entire human race. Think about the crushing weight of that sudden revelation. How would you sleep at night if you knew the world would burn? Could you look your children in the eyes every single day, knowing they are destined to suffer a global apocalypse? Adam endured this psychological torture for 9 centuries. Now, the burden of the future must be passed to his son. The Apocalypse of Adam describes a dual destruction, a horrifying prophecy stating the world will be wiped out twice. The old man forcefully grabs Seth by his strong muscular arm. He warns that human wickedness will provoke divine wrath. The first great destruction will come in the form of water, a massive cataclysmic flood that will swallow the earth. We recognize this today as the legend of Noah's Ark, but Adam knew about the flood hundreds of years before it happened. He saw the roaring waves crashing over the highest mountains. He watched primitive civilizations drown in absolute despair. But the terrifying prophecy does not stop at the rising waters. Adam tells Seth that a second judgment is coming. The second destruction will be a merciless storm of fire, a raging inferno that will completely cleanse the broken world. To ensure this warning survives the end of times, Adam gives Seth a monumental and impossible task. Seth must immediately carve the secrets onto two massive pillars. These pillars must withstand both water and intense flames. One pillar must be carefully constructed from heavy, baked brick. This structure will survive the apocalyptic firestorm. The second pillar must be carved from solid mountain stone. This monument will remain standing when the Great Flood hits. Ancient historians refer to these as the twin pillars of Seth, a legendary archive built to preserve human memory. Seth is visibly terrified by this heavy divine mandate. He clutches a clay tablet, sweating under the immense responsibility. Yet, Adam has one final, horrifying truth to reveal. He explains the origin of the hatred against the human race. The coming destruction is fueled by a dark, ancient entity, a spiritual predator that despises our physical clay bodies. This unseen adversary lurks just beyond the flickering firelight, a massive shadowy figure watching them from the dark. It harbors an obsessive jealousy over humanity's potential. It wants nothing more than to see the divine lineage erased. This dark force manipulated the serpent in the garden. It is the architect behind the murder of Abel by his brother Cain. Seth listens as the horrifying reality sets in. The war is not just earthly, it is a cosmic battle for their very souls. Adam's voice fades into a barely audible and weak whisper. The immense effort of delivering the prophecy has drained him. He looks at Seth with profound sorrow and heavy regret. The original sin he committed has doomed every future generation. The cave of treasures grows completely and utterly silent. The flames cast long, eerie shadows against the ancient stone walls. Adam's chest stops moving as he takes his final breath. The first human heart to ever beat on this earth has finally stopped. Death has officially entered the human biological experience. A lifeless corpse now rests on a cold and unforgiving bed. Seth slowly stands up, wiping tears from his weathered face. He turns his back to the dead father and faces the cave exit. He firmly grasps the blank clay tablet in his rough hands. The sacred mission to build the twin pillars has officially begun. But as Seth looks out into the barren and hostile wasteland, a sinister presence begins to manifest in the shadows. The ancient Apocrypha warns that the serpent was only a vessel. The true enemy is something far older and far more beautiful. The adversary watching them is an entity of pure light, a fallen prince who once commanded the highest celestial legions. Before he was cursed to crawl on his belly, he stood very tall. He was adorned with precious rubies, diamonds, and pure gold. If you knew a cosmic war was coming to destroy your home, would you carve the truth into stone or let humanity forget its fate? This entity was not created to be a terrifying monster. It was designed as the masterpiece of the entire universe. Its hatred for mankind stems from an ancient cosmic jealousy. It refused to bow down to a creature made entirely of mud. Seth senses the cold stare of this invisible predator. He knows that his descendants will be hunted until the end of time. The DNA of humanity is now locked in a desperate struggle, a battle between the broken light of Eden and eternal darkness. Adam's lost prophecy remains buried in the sands of time, but the echoes of his final warning still resonate today. The waters of the flood have already come and washed the earth. The only thing left on the apocalyptic timeline is the fire. As Seth begins to chisel the first harsh letter into the stone, the history of human survival is officially set into motion. The heavy burden of the forbidden archives is now open. We must uncover what other secrets are hiding in the shadows. Theological mysteries like this challenge our modern beliefs. They force us to look beyond the pages of conventional history. The tale of the twin pillars is more than just an ancient myth. It is a testament to humanity's endless fight against extinction. Every ancient culture shares a memory of this great flood, a universal trauma passed down from the days of the patriarchs. And every culture fears the fiery end that is yet to come. The shadow of Adam's prophecy hangs over all our modern cities. We are the children of Seth, carrying the fragmented light, still running from the same adversary that haunted the first man. The Cave of Treasures eventually became the first human tomb, a silent monument to the tragic fall from divine grace and glory. But the story of the adversary is far from being over. His rebellion in heaven set the stage for all earthly suffering. To truly understand the origin of evil and human pain, we must look back at the majestic being who started it all. We must examine the celestial palace before it was shattered, the realm where the morning star shined brighter than the sun. The fallen angel was a creature of absolute perfection. His wings spanned the cosmos, and his voice commanded the stars. What could possibly corrupt a being of such immense beauty? What poison entered his heart and turned him into the devil? The answers lie hidden in the forbidden texts of old, texts that the church declared too dangerous for the public to read. We will open those texts and expose the ultimate betrayal, the cosmic true crime that forever changed the destiny of mankind. The first man of Earth died with a heavy and broken heart. He left behind a warning that we have chosen to ignore for centuries. His final vision was a desperate plea to his surviving children, a demand to remember the truth before the fire falls from the sky. Seth walked out of that cave and started building the pillars. He carried the weight of the world on his primitive shoulders. And from the dark shadows, the brilliant fallen star watched him, smiling with a cold hatred that would last for thousands of years. The first man of Earth died with a heavy heart. Do you think his prophecy was a mad curse or a gift of truth? Was his choice to hide it the act of a savior or the fear of a broken old man? Tell us in the comments. If you want to uncover more secrets, please like this video, share, and subscribe to our dark channel now. Welcome.